napkin.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I am Victor Park with K2 News, and we are live outside of the ICE facility here in South Portland, live on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is what's happening right now and what we've been watching. Frogs obviously dancing. That's nothing new. That has been happening the last few nights. We've also seen a lot of other characters showing up tonight in front of the ICE facility. We haven't seen any arrests or any detainment from ICE agents tonight. We'll see if that changes. But we have seen something new that at least I haven't seen since I've been covering this the last few weeks, and that is protesters with shields. We saw them show up earlier today, about a group of maybe 4 of them walking up with shields. They placed it over there in that encampment. I do want to talk about that encampment because that camp was, well, much smaller in size before Portland police came in and removed it when DHS Secretary Kristi Noem showed up last week. And then the camp started again. It went back up on Friday. It was a fairly small area, but now they're taking up most of this block just east of the facility in front of that school. So that is also something that I've seen new. Obviously, this may have changed over the weekend. But yeah, that's what we have noticed since I came back. Last time I was here was Friday. It's also a lot colder, I gotta tell you that, a lot colder than it has been the last few nights, at least since I've been here. And so we will see if that has any impact on the crowd. It doesn't look like that, but we'll see. In the meantime, right now we are watching what's going on here. As all this, as we continue to monitor this, I should mention there have been some reports out there. One in particular from the Willamette Week about an ambulance crew that was on the other side of that gate on October 5th. And apparently, according to a report from the Willamette Week, an agent threatened to shoot and arrest a ambulance crew or one of the ambulance crews who was in there on the other side. They were transporting a protester that was injured, and apparently some kind of incident happened. We're going to be digging more into that in the coming days. We have reached out to BOEC, which is the 911 dispatch system across Multnomah County, and we're hoping to get some information about that. But also, according to the city of Portland, we may have seen this picture online. There is an interview with Jordan Kepler from The Daily Show. And so we'll see when that airs and exactly what that reveals. But yeah, that is basically what's happening here right now in front of the ICE facility. Just a calm protest. It has been peaceful. We haven't seen any sides going at each other either. We have seen multiple times those ICE agents come out of that gate and make room for people to go in and out of the facility. Obviously, whenever that happens, there's also some tense moments. You see the protesters face to face with the ICE agents and other DHS officers, but we haven't seen any arrests. I should also mention that once again, we are seeing that helicopter roaming around the ICE facility. It just showed up within the last 5 minutes. That helicopter has been addressed by the city of Portland. The city saying that it is one of the federal helicopters. It is not the city's. So that is something I should also mention. We've also seen a drone up, that drone flying over us that we saw earlier. I'm not sure if it's still up. I don't see it right now. Yeah, it is up. So I see a helicopter and a drone, and of course both are believed to be from the facility, the ICE facility, because there also is a flight restriction here. No one could fly a drone. It is illegal if you fly a drone within 400 feet above ground around the ICE facility. So those two must be from the federal officers. But in the meantime, you do see some of those federal officers up there as these frogs dance here. Just a lot of dancing, by the way, we've seen from a mixture of these guys right here and a few others. Sometimes when those ICE agents and those federal agents come out, they will start dancing right in front of the agents. Just kind of goofing off and having fun here. But we'll see what happens overnight, if anything changes. I also do have a hit soon for K2 News at 11, so bear with me. Let's see. We have a post-game show. Okay. Yeah, so what you're looking at is that drone that I was talking about from, believed to be from the federal agents. And stand by, hold on. Yes, Rory, I could hear you. I'm talking to my producer right now. As I will be going live on TV in just a little bit, so bear with me. Yeah, you just saw that drone from the federal officers. That has been flying above us for the last couple of hours at least. And then we've also seen that helicopter roaming around. Of course, there are a lot more people than the protesters here, a lot of spectators. Sorry, I'm just listening to our anchor talk real quick because I need to make sure that I could hear my producer and my anchor. Hold on. Okay, it seems like we have a little bit of time. But anyway, I was saying that there are a lot more people here than just the protesters. We've also seen counter-protesters out here and spectators. These are people who are coming from the Portland area. I met a guy who came from the Vancouver area, and he was basically saying that he hasn't been down here, and he didn't even know that it was the ICE facility. And so when he came down, he literally asked someone if this is the ICE facility. Someone told him yes, and then he was kind of surprised about what he was seeing because he wasn't sure what he was going to see, but he was saying that basically it's not like how he's heard it described on TV. So we came across a gentleman from Vancouver, Washington who said that, but also we have seen so many other people from the Portland area and even other states coming here just to check out what is happening. Also, we have people who live around the area who just come out here and want to see what's going on. Some of these people already know what has been happening, but it seems like almost every night there is something new to the protest here. And if we could pan over to show some of those people over there, those are the spectators that I talk about. It's a mixture of protesters, but a lot of people who are just sort of curious to see what is happening. And then we also have a mixture of journalists around here. So that's what's happening there on that corner. That is the northeast corner of Moody and Bancroft, diagonally across the ICE facility. I should also mention, now that I see that black SUV passing by, we have seen Portland police here, the bike squad specifically. They've been here for several hours. We've seen them not on bikes, but in patrol cars. In fact, I could see with some behind the camera there, just kind of posted right there. In fact, my cameraman is going to turn around showing those police officers right there. You see that's Portland police. That's the bike squad, as you may recognize them by the yellow uniform. At least a handful of them have been here, just kind of monitoring the situation. They are sitting in their cars, not on bicycles, presumably maybe because of the weather. But yeah, that is what I have been observing right now. But in the meantime, it is incredible to see the amount of people still showing up, even if it's cold. And by the way, I should mention this gentleman behind me. He has been out here. It's interesting because I do want to put some light on this man. He has been here multiple times. Sometimes he'll be playing music with foul language, intentionally to target the news media. And then recently, we saw him being detained and possibly arrested by Portland police. After that, he had a different posture towards the news media. He kept kind of like hyping us up and saying other things. Today's a different story. He's playing music and just kind of trying to advertise his social media account. So if you see that individual, that's basically what has happened with him. But again, it's kind of hard to hear from him because I have a directional mic. Copy that, Rory. That's something we have noticed here. We've seen you have people yelling at or through a microphone. You have like multiple people playing music, different kinds of music, different genres, and so it's almost kind of like wherever you walk around, you'll probably hear a different song. So that's quite interesting. And as we continue to watch this, we are still, just sort of looking at the kind of different people who have been coming out here. I should mention, I've seen or met people from as far as Chicago. There have been people from Tennessee out here. Not today, but in the past few weeks since we've been covering this after President Trump made that announcement about the National Guard. And I should mention, we are still waiting on the Ninth Circuit Court to make a decision on that. So basically, Oregon sued the Trump administration and got granted a temporary restraining order by a federal judge in Oregon who was appointed by President Trump during his first term. That judge granted a temporary restraining order on the Trump administration. And then the Trump administration appealed. That went to the Ninth Circuit Court, and a judge there didn't make a solid decision, but did say that the National Guard troops are under the command of the federal government. But at the same time, they cannot be deployed because there was this debate of like, okay, well, if there's a temporary restraining order, Governor Tina Kotek is telling the troops to go back home. Who are they under the command? Who do they obey, basically? Do they obey Tina Kotek, or do they obey Pete Hegseth or the Trump administration? Well, the judge decided that for now they will obey. They'll be under the federal. They will still be federalized, but cannot be deployed. Now we're waiting on that decision whether they could be deployed or not. So. Both sides made their argument last week. We'll see what happens now. It's interesting because, when this debate, which is still going on in California, but when it first started in California, a judge made that decision within 2 days. So it's been a little bit, I think the arguments were made on Thursday. So it's been a little bit over 2 days. And it is a national holiday today, so who knows if that played a role. But possibly by the end of the week, we could definitely get a decision from the Ninth Circuit Court. And if you're just joining us, we are outside of the ICE facility here on a Monday night. It is a little bit colder than other nights. But we are, sorry, I'm also listening to my device because we're going to be going live on K2 Channel 2 in just a bit. But we have seen quite an amount of people out here. The cold not really stopping anyone from showing up. Obviously, we have a mixture of music. We have characters dancing right here behind me, including the frog, who has been really getting a lot of social media attention. You know, they literally called the Portland Frog Brigade. Frogs together strong, you know, so we've seen a lot of that. We've seen, you know, people kind of addressing the Epstein files concern also. But the frog has been really taking a lot of attention. We've seen it on comedies right now, like late night comedy shows who have been taking note of them. Oh, why not? Oh, got it, okay. Okay, got it. Okay. We're in break right now, and then, okay. Oh, yeah. Let's start here and then go there. So I'm going to talk about the encampment. If you're just joining us on Facebook and YouTube, we are getting ready for a live hit on Channel 2, so bear with me. But as you can see, there are, I believe, about 50 plus people here outside of the ICE facility. There's also Portland police out here monitoring what's happening. It has been peaceful so far. We've also seen families showing up. Just sort of spectating. 30. Yes, I could. Oh, okay. Can you cue me then? Okay, thank you. 10 seconds. Hey, good evening, Barry. Yeah, just another night of protests here with people dressed in costumes, of course. The cold not stopping these people from gathering here. There are about, I want to say 40 to 50 people gathered outside of the ICE facility. But if you could follow me here so I could show you what's happening on this side. I want to highlight that encampment right there that has been growing. It was much smaller prior to Portland police showing up and removing it when Kristi Noem showed up. But since then, now it has grown significantly with a lot of people also just sort of using that for their equipment and other things. But meanwhile, we do have some video to show you. I want you to take a look at this video because we spotted protesters showing up with shields. A group walked over to a growing encampment. We also saw a band playing music, dissing ICE agents. Meanwhile, more people are showing up in costumes, as you saw. We came across a man from Vancouver, Washington, who showed up unsure if this was the ICE facility, but this was his reaction to what he saw. Can you cue me? Yeah, all this comes as Oregon awaits the ruling from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals on a decision for whether the Trump administration can legally deploy the National Guard. Meanwhile, people around here have been talking about how cold it is, but again, really not stopping the crowds that we have seen, the same size that we have seen in the past few nights. We've also seen a lot of spectators and a lot of families showing up. It has been peaceful, and we have not seen any detainments or arrests from DHS agents. We'll keep you posted here on K2. We are live here in South Portland. I'm Victor Park, K2 News. Okay, all right. We're still up on YouTube and Facebook. But hey, if you are just joining us here on YouTube and Facebook, yeah, this is the ICE facility outside of South Portland. Pretty peaceful. We have not seen any detainments or arrests from DHS agents. We have seen those gates open up, but that's pretty much what we have been seeing. Obviously, a lot of people also in costumes, and some mixture of protesters, a few counter protesters, and a lot of spectators.